Welcome to Star Viper Gaming, where today we're going to have a short review on Frostpunk 2. So grab your snacks and let's begin. Also, before we start, please do hit the like button if you enjoy what I do and subscribe to the channel if you want to see more gaming related stuff. Frostpunk 2 is the highly anticipated sequel to the critically acclaimed survival city builder Frostpunk. Set in a frozen dystopian world where humanity's struggle to survive remains as harsh and unyielding as the ever-present snowstorms, Frostpunk 2 raises the stakes by introducing new challenges, mechanics, and ethical dilemmas. This sequel places the player at the helm of a new city after the fall of New London, demanding even more complex decisions as they lead their people against the encroaching cold, scarcity of resources, and moral ambiguity. The world in Frostpunk 2 is set decades after the events of the first game. Despite mankind's initial victory over the cold, the frost has returned fiercer than ever. Oil has replaced coal as the new hope for survival, creating deep societal divisions. As the leader of a struggling city, you must balance the needs of various factions through participating in votes at a council. Of course, you can influence the whole thing by attracting factions to your side. This can be easily done by listening and managing to solve their needs, gaining their trust in the process. The story delves into themes of resource dependency, exploitation, and the moral cost of progress, all wrapped in the series' trademark League atmosphere. I did not play the whole campaign, but it felt that the developers wanted to actually introduce new and returning players to the new added features through it. So basically, it felt more like a long-form tutorial for me that prepares players for the Utopia Builder mode. The whole gameplay opens up once you decide to start to play the Utopia Builder mode. From here, the game is all open for you, and after customizing your gameplay as you wish and selecting a map that you like, the journey for survival starts. Built on the core mechanics of Frostpunk, the sequel introduces new layers of complexity and more choices. You must manage the city's infrastructure, allocate scarce resources, and keep hope and discontent in check. Unlike its predecessor, Frostpunk 2 introduces faction politics. The city's inhabitants now have stronger, more divergent options, pushing you to make harder choices that could risk insurrection if mismanaged. Different groups in the city have conflicting demands and ideologies, making governance more difficult. Oil is now the key resource, replacing coal most of the time. You must decide between sustainable extraction and short-term exploitation, each coming with its own consequences. Even though there are different research possibilities to somehow make your generator function both on oil and coal, this resource still remains a crucial one. Every time you make a choice in Frostpunk 2 will always come with a long-term impact, influencing both city stability and having different outcomes. Sometimes you will have to make harsh decisions like sending the elder out to freeze so you save more heat, or not allowing parents to see their quarantined children so sickness does not spread, and many more options. Exactly like in the first game, Frostpunk 2 has the blizzard-like storms called whiteouts that are this time way harsher and can lead to complete city collapse if not managed well. The city building system is more refined, allowing for larger urban sprawls and more intricate infrastructure designs. There are all sorts of different buildings that can help you improve your city. We also have to mention that the research section is extremely vast, and every time you research a project, you will also be able to see what faction is accepting towards it. This vastness, alongside with the many laws that you can propose, make every Frostpunk gameplay feel fresh. Visually, Frostpunk 2 is stunning, capturing the desolation and fragile beauty of a frozen world teetering on the brink of collapse. The use of lighting, ambient sounds, and detailed environments build an immersive experience, driving home the urgency of your every decision. The visual upgrade from the first game is evident, with more realistic snowfall, dynamic weather changes, and a sharper art style. Frostpunk 2 is a worthy sequel that deepens the original foundation of thought, decision making, and city management. The added political and moral complexity elevate the gameplay experience, making every choice feel consequential. While it maintains the pushing difficulty of the first game, the expanded mechanics and gripping narrative keep you invested. I do have to mention though that there were some small bugs and stutters, and I did experience one major game crash, so for this I will give it a 9 out of 10. If you enjoyed the original or are a fan of dark survival-oriented strategy games, Frostpunk 2 is a chilling, thought-provoking experience that should not be missed. With this being said, we come to an end of today's episode. Hope you enjoyed this review and see you in the next video. Respect.